Hi Scorpio, so this is going to be your January reading. So now to the end of the month, whenever you see this, I'm filming this on the 5th, so we're on an eclipse. So it's going to affect your third house of communication. So just be wary of that. Definitely check out some astrologers this month, just because there's so much going on in the stars. And I feel like it would just be helpful for you to know kind of what's transpiring, what's kind of coming in, or what the universe is trying to push you towards, and notice it as it comes in, because often eclipses take things out, bring things in, whole lots of, shuffling going on for all of us. So I do feel like there's been like a little bit of bleeding over from 2018 into now for you guys. It hasn't been kind of this cut and dry ending, new beginning, as much as you might want it to be. But it's coming, and it's coming, I feel like the next 2 or 3 months, there's this push towards like success, this transformation that's kind of been ongoing, I feel like, throughout 2018. So anyways, I pulled some angel cards before I started the video, like I always do, and the first card was transformation. So let's read it actually. It says, through the great love that holds you in its embrace, you are moment by moment transforming to an ever greater light, ever greater oneness, and ever greater wisdom. The next one was achievement. So take a little time to reflect about what you have achieved to date. It's often easy to forget where you started from and how far you've come. Honor and be grateful for this extraordinary journey that is your life. The next card is about having a prayer being answered. So it's Archangel Sandalphon. It says, I've heard your call for help. Your prayer will soon be answered. And beautifully on the bottom of the deck, it's clarity. So there will be some sort of, I feel like by the end of this month, eventual clarity. You guys have very much Uranian energy coming in towards the end of the month. Unexpected changes with the second eclipse, I feel. So again, watch your astrology. I'm not an astrologer to the degree of some people here, so definitely check those people out. There's so many great ones here. So let's get into your reading. I feel like I want to pull for you guys a little bit more spiritual cards. I don't know why I'm getting that pull, but it feels kind of like this nice movement into something else. So there's been sort of a realization, a shift, and it's kind of just getting out of kind of like an old paradigm. It feels actually quite big energy. So whatever you're leaving, it feels like quite a big shift. So cleaning house, clearing space, that's what the eclipses will do. All right, let's see. Let's get a reading. Let's get a general reading for Scorpio. What's essential energy for January? What's essential energy for January for Scorpio? Tell me about Scorpio for this month of January. 10 of Cups. Oh, sorry, 10 of Pentacles. Interesting. This can... Either you have this or you're looking for this. This is heavily weighted just because it's the central energy. This is long-term wealth. And how does that represent itself for you? For this, it looks like, being able to provide for a family, to have a family, to... this could also represent for a very small few of you, because this is the card of inheritance as well. So that's only going to be for a few of you. No, not every Scorpio is getting a bunch of inheritance now, but this could have come in the past. And it's almost like, what can I do with this? So if you have a lump sum, it's like, what can I do with this for long term? Others of you, this is kind of deciding how to go about. I mean, this is money. This is financial abundance, long term. So this is heavily on your mind. Let's see how this what's helping or hindering this for Scorpio. Interesting central card. I mean, this is the card of financial success as well. So So if you're worried about it, it feels like success is surrounding you. The Tower wanted to fall over. Again, talking about that Uranian energy. That could happen towards the end of the month. Unexpected surprises. What's helping or hindering the Ten of Pentacles for Scorpio? Three of Wands. Interesting. So there could be a career change, a career shift for some of you. Some of you could just be thinking about, you know, if money were no option, what would I be doing? What would I be spending my time doing? And I feel like as a collective, a lot of us that are kind of, I want to say, stepping into kind of our highest or higher vibration, we're realizing, you know, what's best for us is best for everybody. So as we step into taking risks involving what we enjoy doing most, it becomes beneficial. I mean, there would be a passion push behind this. There would be, you know, for me, when I look at this person's decided to go after what they want, their passions. This can indicate thinking about travel, thinking about moving, thinking about movement in a direction in regards to what you want to do. So it's almost like this energy of being at an impasse, a critical decision-making period. Critical, maybe not critical, but it's heavily on the mind. What's in the subconscious for Scorpio? What's in Scorpio's subconscious this month of January? The Tower. So, for me, when I think about this in your subconscious, I'm actually getting like, I want to just burn everything in the past down. Nothing here is working for me. Maybe there's an issue with somebody. It's just like, let's blow this whole thing up. It feels a little bit like an extreme energy though. So just watch that, especially towards the 3rd or 4th week of the month. There's definitely a push to make changes here. Just do them gradually. Do them kindly. Again, you have a card here as I'm talking about change, end of an old cycle. This is about moving in a new direction, because after the end, this is the last card in the tarot, inevitably we have a new kind of, again, like I was saying before, a new paradigm in our life, a new 7-year cycle, which you guys have stepped into this year, starting in May with that Uranus and Taurus. It affects you guys heavily. So that goes back direct in March again. What's in the past for Scorpio? I feel like there's been, with this Tower card, there could be a shocking, something could have come in that was shocking. There could have been unexpected change, an unexpected ending, something that felt like a failure. If this is in your subconscious, if you're feeling like a failure, that's an illusion. The Tower comes in because it's necessary. It clears out stuff that wasn't meant for us. It has a purpose, it has a time, it has a duration, and sometimes it needs to end. The Tower comes in when we keep going and we know that's not the path, but we keep going anyway. So it's kind of like, you know, a little bit of a kick in the butt from the universe. So if you've been feeling that or you felt that, ultimately it's a blessing. What's in the past for Scorpio? The Devil. Oof, oof, oof. So the Devil. Unhealthy bonds, addictions, overthinking, negative thoughts, karmic relationships. I mean, this is lovely to see in the past. I'm sorry you had to go through this, but this is about lessons in life. To make us kind of, pinpoint where things are unhealed for us. So if we have an unhealthy relationship, or overly codependent, relying on somebody else for our happiness, something based on, you know, an unstable foundation, especially with this Tower here. This is some heavy energy in the past. Ooh, and at the bottom of the deck, it could have to do with somebody. It's like taking more than they deserve. This can be you or somebody else. So this is really selfish energy. The Seven of Swords is also the cheater. Gosh, heavy, very polarizing energies here. It's very strange. The center of your reading is the Ten of Pentacles, which is very positive. So it's almost like you've turned your back on this energy. You've kind of just said no, or there was an ending to it, and there's like kind of a reorganization, a pause here for a moment to decide how to move forward. Oof, and the Hangman flips over. So this is your current energy, kind of feeling like you're in a pause energy. So this is about self-imposed waiting for enlightenment, waiting for answers, waiting for a direction, waiting for perhaps, you know, the rubble to settle after this, whatever this unexpected change was that happened in your life. Thinking about how to move forward, thinking about how to either rectify it or move on. Hangman is also Pisces. We have Capricorn energy here. We also have Scorpio energy. Whew, what's the future energy for Scorpio? My goodness, I wasn't expecting this for you guys for some reason. I mean, I know 2018 was a really difficult year for most of us, but this feels like a really big total restructuring of your life. I feel like getting priorities straight, which is nice. It was needed, and now there's a push forward. But it feels like with pure intentions, with a positive direction, with, you know, leading with the heart first. What's the future energy for Scorpio? The Page of Swords. This is communication. This is early stages. Page of Swords. Messenger. The early stages of communication. I don't know what this is, but let's keep pulling. There could be something new. News of something. News of a new direction that's coming in that makes you pause and think. That makes you reanalyze things. That makes you take a look at what's around. How happy are you where you are? The Hangman is kind of like a limbo energy. Not doing anything. It's just, you know, staying put. Which, in my opinion, when you don't know exactly what to do, that's the right move. Non-movement. So, what's in Scorpio's power? The World again showing up. Your power would be to kind of let the past go energetically, and kind of usher in this new period of your life. This is about travel. Again, this is about expansive energy. This is in regards to the fixed signs. So here you are showing up. Scorpio, Aquarius, Leo, Taurus. But more so, I just feel like this is kind of the end of last year, coming into this period now and like wrapping things up. So you can really start to reorganize in this new life direction. What's in Scorpio's external environment? What's external to them this month? What's external to them? The Six of Cups. The Six of Cups is about, letting your guard down. This is also representative of Somebody from the past returning, or somebody feeling like you knew them before. This is generally, this is one of the soulmate cards, yes. I'll clarify all of these in a second. Let's keep going though for now. What is, I mean, you could be communicating with somebody. Let's keep going. Sorry, for Scorpio, what do they need to know this month? What do they need to know? Strength. Strength is, you know, she's controlling this beast with her gentleness. And the beast represents any thoughts of unworthiness, doubt of self, not being enough, not being smart enough, not being pretty enough, whatever it is that you're dealing with. Generally, it's not enough, not being enough, as not having enough of this or that to be successful. But it's saying you need to temper those thoughts, those emotions. It's saying you have the tools to push forward. And it could be in regards to a person, or in regards to like work, what you want to do, what you want to create in life. Again, with this eclipse, third house of communication, it's also manifestation powers. So you guys have a lot of this right now, and it's really powerful. So it's kind of like setting this intention. I don't want to say resolution for this year. Set some intentions. Don't restrict yourself. Don't make rules. Just set intentions. What would you like to do? What's the future energy for Scorpio? Ooh, Page of Wands. A new direction. This is very early stages again. You have 2 pages here. Communication, a little bit of communication, a little bit of thought of direction. And your power again is about really considering this direction. But it has to do with what you want to do, what kind of sparks your fire. Let's clarify this Page of Wands. Why is the Page of Wands in the outcome? Interesting. It could have to do with a person, but I feel like there's a certain level of feeling like you're bound and tied and you don't know how to move forward. What's the Strength card about? Why do they need strength this month? To move on. 6 of Swords with the Knight of Wands. So there's a lot of indecisive energy here about directionality in life. I feel like there's a bit of like, let's try some of this, let's try some of that. But ultimately there needs to be like an admission about like the heart's truest desires, because it feels like something is coming in and you're half in, half out about it. Or maybe it just hasn't like developed fully this month. Actually, that feels like more so what it is. It's not fully developed this month. So in comes the need for this Strength card, to not doubt, not needing all the answers. Ooh, again, this is the first card I mentioned. I feel like this is what you're in pursuit of, this whole new paradigm though. It's about the 10 of Cups, this emotional fulfillment, and this is about your suit, you know, water. What's this 6 of Cups about? Why is this, what's this past returning or soulmate energy? What's this 6 of Cups about? Nine of Pentacles. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. This is male or female. Somebody that's very abundant. Animals are attracted to them. You know, just, you know, it has that welcoming energy. Tell me a bit more about this 6 of Cups. Knight of Pentacles. This is like a slow-moving offer of stability. That brings you a lot of mental anguish almost. Overthinking. There's lots of overthinking, not surprising in a Scorpio reading. Again, I want to just highlight this energy. So don't attach, I just want to say, don't attach too much to the situation. It's almost like putting yourself in this hangman position. It's almost like law of attraction. So as you worry too much about it, you feed like that, you know, that energy towards the situation almost. That's what I'm getting. So it becomes a little bit unbalanced. So it's more like sit back and vibrate with what you want. I feel like that's like an Osho quote or something. I don't know. Anyways, so again, it's about balance. I feel like this month is a little bit about balance, sitting back, watching when this comes in. If it hasn't already come in for you, this is definitely, I wouldn't be surprised, because eclipses, especially the second one this month, it might, they definitely sometimes take things out, bring things in as well, but this feels a little bit more unexpected. So I feel like there's almost like a parting of the seas for you. So there's a path appearing if you're unclear about it. So Hangman, it's almost like a suggestion too. Just pause, wait for things to unfold for you. Don't push anything, and don't overthink anything too. Listen more to your heart. I feel like that's your challenge this month. Dream big. If you're writing this manifestation list, what you would like to see this year, think in terms of if money were no option. Dream big. So let's do, I want to do one of my Vision Quest tarot cards. Let's see what they have to offer. What additional messages do you have for Scorpio that would help them in the month of January? What additional messages do you have for January for Scorpio? Integration. Interesting. I actually really like this card. I'm going to read it from the book if I can find it. Alchemy. Beautiful. Creativity, artfulness, union of male and female energies, the spiritualization of matter, finding one's true form, harmony, equanimity. So the inner message, just when it seems that everything has come to a standstill, the forces of transition are most active. Gosh, you have transformation, now transition. Refrain from criticizing the process that is taking place within. You are inwardly busy with the merging of your male and female energies. This brings about the balance you seek. To live a balanced life, these two forces must be integrated into a harmonious unity. Remember, the birds depicted in this card. Once the weaving of their form is complete, they will rise up high into the sky and soar freely. That is what is known as the spiritualization of matter. Beautiful. So the outward manifestation, don't take a definite position, much less defend it stubbornly. What is going on inside you now? Yet it is too fragile to be dragged out into the open and killed by explaining it away. Give yourself the freedom of not having to justify the delicate process of your spiritual development that must take place in secrecy. Respect what is happening in the darkness, far from the maddening crowd. Have faith in its appropriateness. Simply relax and, most of all, be kind to yourself. At the right time, the fruits of your internal labor will become clearly visible in your behavior and especially your work. Yeah. Resist the temptation to overthink, resist the temptation to overanalyze, to doubt. Really, if you can develop more of a meditation practice this month, I feel like that would be beneficial. Maybe guided meditations. I'm sure there's lovely ones here on YouTube towards, and I also want to say, I feel like the Secret documentary is kind of, it's okay. It's not like amazing. But it's a nice reminder sometimes to remember about, if you believe in this, the law of attraction, and especially in regards to your thoughts. So when you feel it going into a space of worry or doubt, just catch yourself and maybe think of something you're grateful for. Give yourself some credit for all you've done this past year. It's been a heavy year for all of us. Well, not all of us, but probably the ones watching this channel. All right. Let's see what additional messages Archangel Michael has for Scorpio. What additional messages do you have for the sign of Scorpio for the month of January? Oh, 2 came out. Prayer will help the situation. Spend more time outdoors. So let's read prayer will help the situation. Because prayer is about, focusing on what you want. Dear Archangel Michael reminds you that prayer improves every situation, while worry does the opposite. Oh, how many times can this message come out in this reading? Praying works because it allows God and the angels to offer assistance, since they cannot violate your free will. They can only intercede with your permission and at your request, which is what prayer is. Although your prayers may be answered differently from your expectations, rest assured that you're being heard. The Divine Mind knows the perfect solution for everyone involved, so your role is to ask for help and then follow the guidance as it's given. God and the angels are in charge of how your prayers are answered, which is usually in ingenious ways beyond the scope of human imagination. Beautiful. Give worries and fears away. Have faith. There's good reason to be hopeful. Beautiful. All right, Scorpio, so I think that's the reading. If you guys, again, want any personal readings, feel free to check out my description box below. All right, bye, guys.